Geometric progression. So let us consider the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and so on. So this is our A1, this is A2, this is A3, then we have A4 and then this A5 and so on. Let us find the ratio of A2 by A1. A2 by A1 is equal to, A2 is here 4 and A1 is 2. So 4 by 2 is 2. Next, let us find the ratio of A3 by A2. A3 by A2 equal to 8 by 4. Again the ratio is 2. Find the ratio of A4 by A3. Then what we get is 16 by 8. And 16 by 8 is again 2. Next, let us find the ratio of A5 over A4. That is 32 over 16. And again what we get is 2. So that means every time we are getting the same ratio. Therefore, these kind of sequences are known as geometric progression. So they are known as geometric progression. Let's take another example. Suppose we take 5 and say 25 and say 125, 625 and so on. You can see it, the ratio of here A2 by A1 will be 25 by 5, that is 5. Then A3 by A2 will be equal to 125 divided by 25 and that again will be 5. Then A4 by A3 will be equal to 625 over 125 and that is again 5. So here also we can see that the ratio of A2 by A1 is same as A3 by A2 is same as A4 by A3, so on. So these kind of sequences are known as geometric progression. So what are geometric progressions? If A1, A2, A3, A4 so on is a sequence such that an plus 1 over an equal to an plus 1 over an equal to a constant real number, then we say that, and that is of course it should not be equal to 0, not equal to 0, then we say that then sequence is a GP, then sequence is a GP. Let us find the general term of a GP. So suppose if A1, A2, A3 so on is a GP or geometric progression, then what we get by definition, A2 by A1 will be equal to A3 by A2 equal to A4 by A3 and so on, and that will be equal to say R, where R is a constant ratio. And let us take the first one and the value of R. So comparing them, we will be getting A2 equal to, therefore we can say that A2 equal to A1R, that will be 1. Then if we take second and if we compare the second one, a second ratio with R, we get A3 equal to A2R. Similarly, if we compare the third ratio with R, we will get A4 equal to A3R. Now we can see that what is A3? A3 is A2R. So let us put 1 in 2. So that is what we will do here. Putting 1 into, we have, so what we will have is A3 equal to, in place of A2, in place of this A2 we will put A1R. So A1R into R, we will get A1R square. Then similarly we will put 2 in 3 now, putting 2 in 3 we have, so what we will have, A4 equal to, in place of A3 we will put the value of as A1R square, so A1R square into R, that is A1R cube. And by observation you can see that when we are having here A3, the power of R is 1 less, and the the number which is multiplied with that is a1. When we are taking a4 term, the term which is multiplied with r cube is a1, and what is the exponent of r? One number less than 4. Same way here, when we are taking a2 is again equal to a1 into r. What is the exponent of r? One number less than that of 2, that is 2 minus 1, 1. So in general, therefore in general we can say that in general an will be equal to a1 into r raised to, because this r raised to whatever it is, that is to be always multiplied with a1, we have seen from the observation, and an equal to a1 into r. What is the exponent of r? Exponent of r will be one number less than n, that is n minus 1. So this is the formula for general term of a GP. So this is the nth term of a GP, that is an equal to a1 into r raised to n minus 1. Sum to n terms of a GP. Let the first term of a GP be a and the common ratio be r. Let us denote by Sn the sum of first n terms of GP. Then Sn equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on till an. Because we have taken a1 as a and r as the common ratio, what we will be getting is Sn equal to a plus ar square plus so on till plus a r raised to n minus 1, and before that we write the second last term, that is a r raised to n minus 2. There will be two cases now, when r equal to 1 and when r is not equal to 1. When r equal to 1, what we will getting here, this will become ar will become ar square will also become a, and this last term will also become a. So a will become how many times? N times. So we will be getting Sn equal to a plus so on till a n times, and that will be total Na. Case 2, when r is not equal to 1, it may be greater than 1 or less than 1. In that case, what we'll do, we'll multiply here this equation number 1. Equation number 1 will multiply both sides by r. So what we'll be getting is r Sn equal to ar plus ar square plus ar cube plus so on plus ar raised to n minus 1. This is the second last term, plus a into r raised to n. Then subtracting 2 from 1. So what we'll do is we'll subtract 2 from 1. We'll do the subtraction here. So when we do the subtraction, you'll see that when we subtract, that is when we find Sn minus Rsn, and in that case Sn will be common, will be getting 1 minus Rsn equal to, you can see that these all terms, the equation number 1 will be cancelled by this equation number 2. So all you can see here till here, only the last term of equation number 2 will remain. So these both will be cancelled out. What we will be getting here, Sn minus Rsn equal to a minus a into r raised to n. So this is what we will get. Sn here, Sn minus Rsn. So they have taken Sn common. This is what we will get. 1 minus Rsn equal to a. That will be first term and the last term. First term of equation number 1 and the last term of equation number 2 will remain. But between them will be minus sign because we are doing the subtraction. So we will get a minus a r raised to n. So this is a into 1 minus r raised to n. So therefore we will get Sn equal to a into 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r, or Sn equal to a into r raised to n minus 1 over r minus 1. Both are correct. So this is how we can get the sum of n terms of a GP. Geometric mean. The geometric mean of two positive numbers a and b is the number root ab. Suppose g equal to square root of ab. Then a, g and b, they all the three will be in GP, that is geometric progression. So given any two positive numbers a and b, we can insert as many numbers as we like between them to make the resulting sequence in a GP. So we can put the numbers g1, g2, g3 so on till gn, n numbers between a and b such that they all will be in GP. And it is very simple to find them because the sequence a, g1, g2, g3 so on till gn, and then the number b is a GP, and we can apply the definition of GP. So easily we can find the numbers. Next we'll find the relationship between arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Let capital A and capital G be arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two positive real numbers a and b respectively. Then capital A equal to a plus b by 2 and capital G is equal to root of ab. Let us find a minus g. What is a minus g? That is a plus b by 2 minus square root of ab, and this can be simplified as a plus b minus 2 root ab over 2, and we can rewrite it as equal to square root of a minus square root of b whole square divided by 2, and we know that square of any real number can never be negative, so this will be always either positive or at the least it can be 0. But what is this a minus g? So we can say that a minus g is always greater than or equal to 0. Simplifying this, will be getting that a is always greater than or equal to g. That is, the arithmetic mean is always greater than or equal to the geometric mean.